Back at it, man. We back at it. Back with another great live. You know what I'm saying? Is every 304 a reflection of your ISZum? You know what I'm saying? Is every 304 a reflection of your pimping? You know, this live is very, very, very important because, you know, a lot of individuals within the game believe how this young lady's conducting herself and how she is a direct reflection of your pimping. You know, sometimes that is a fact, sometimes it's not a fact. But majority of the times, it's not a direct reflection of an individual that's some authentic representation. That's not always the case. You know what I'm saying? Choose Valet today. Top of it, man. Let's add people to the live, man. Like, share, subscribe. This will go on YouTube. I'm back and better. You know what I'm saying? My Golden State Warriors lost, man. So, unfortunately, man, we're not going to be advancing to the second round in the playoffs. But you know what? Even though for the people that's from the Bay and people that's Warriors fans, you like, damn, man, the Warriors lost. You still get this good game, though. You understand me? You still get this good game. You know what I mean? It's every 304 reflection of you, man. My thing is this. She can't be a reflection of you if she's not willing to change. She can't be a reflection of you if she's not willing to change. See, a lot of young ladies, they're a direct reflection of how she grew up. You know what I mean? She grew up in a dysfunctional household. She grew up only respecting abuse, manipulation. She grew up in a household where there was no structure. She had no home training. She didn't have no home training, so she's not going to have no hoe training. And let me just, before I even continue, everything I'm saying is strictly entertainment. You know what I'm saying? I don't condone or promote any criminal activities whatsoever. I'm a motivator and I'm sending a message out to the masses. You know what I'm saying? And you can also be educated with this message in which I'm spreading out. You know what I mean? But a lot of young ladies at the end of the day, they're not a reflection of their folks. They're a reflection of how she was brought up. You know what I'm saying? She grew up in a dysfunctional household. She grew up, you know, her mama, her whole life told her, you know, men ain't shit. You know, a man ain't shit. A man ain't nothing but a motherfucking bill. You know what I'm saying? He ain't nothing but a phone bill or a PG&E bill. You know what I'm saying? He's nothing but a liability. So since she values that a man is nothing but a bill, or that a man should just pay her bills, she's a reflection of how she was brought up. She held on to those values. You might deal with some young ladies that don't like to take showers. I know a lot of authentic representation might run across young ladies that she did all these dates and she fell asleep with her hoe clothes on or her smoke shop outfit on. And you might be like, man, I'm some folks that take showers. She's not a reflection of me. She grew up ditching high school and you expect her not to fag off on you? Come on now. She's a reflection of how she was brought up. She didn't listen to her mama. She skipped school. She cheated on every boyfriend she had. She never stayed down for anything. She never lasted in a relationship. She quit the basketball team. She quit the volleyball team. She quit track. She skipped school. Disrespectful to every teacher she had. And now that she's in the lifestyle, at the end of the day, you wonder why she's doing all these things. She's a reflection of how she was brought up. So I want everybody to not run with the narrative that every young lady in the lifestyle is a reflection of the authentic folks in which they run across. And some are a reflection of the authentic folks they run across. You have some young ladies that she finished school. She finished high school and she might have did some college. She might have finished college. You know, and she becomes a mirroring image of some authentic representation and lifestyle. I'm speaking for those, and I have to speak on this because this is the reality for the majority. You know what I'm saying? The majority are not dealing with young ladies that are a reflection of them in a positive light. As a matter of fact, majority of the individuals that's in the game, the ones that, let me just say this, the ones that desire to do it the authentic way, which is the only way to really do it. You know, they're going through ups and downs and turnarounds in the lifestyle for the most part. So I'm going to speak for those that are going through it to get to it. You know what I'm saying? And you might have values of being clean cut. I want you to know that even though you clean cut, sometimes you got to be cutthroat in this lifestyle. Because a lot of young ladies that are not a reflection of you can cost you. So every young lady that's not a reflection of you doesn't deserve to get to know you. Because she doesn't value what you value. And I know a lot of niggas at the end of the day, some dudes, they know this bitch ain't a reflection of his pimping, but she might be a reflection of your square. You know what I'm saying? She might be a reflection, like you might have square desires and she has square desires, like sex. That's the only desire he care about. That's the only desire she care about. You know what I mean? She's a tricking time bomb. You know what I mean? She's waiting to blow until she find a trick. She's a tricking time bomb. I'm going to say tricking time bomb, not ticking. And it's a lot of individuals that are looking for a young lady that came underneath some authentic representation. As a matter of fact, most of the cats outside are looking for bras that came under some authentic representation because they have a perception that, you know what? He didn't sat up there and gave her some game and he probably not fucking on her. So this is my opportunity to get up underneath this young lady. So it's a lot of cats out there that's going to have they're going to have a hip-tastic summer. Not a fantastic summer, a hip-tastic summer. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows that she's compatible with him. A lot of these dudes, oh man, it's going to be easy now. Excuse me. A lot of these dudes know, oh man, it's going to be easy knocking such and such. The easiest individual to knock is some authentic representation, some pimping. The hardest person to knock is a boyfriend. A lot of these dudes know it's easy to knock a bitch that came from some pimping because he stood on principles. And he didn't cater towards her feelings. He didn't agree with her feelings. So it's easier for him to knock. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is this too. She can't be a reflection of my pimping if she can't remember my instructions and follow them. If she can't put my instructions into actions, she's not a reflection of me. She can remember EBK songs, you know what I mean, but she can't remember my instructions. My instructions need to be on repeat. You know what I'm saying? My instructions need to be on repeat. If my instructions ain't on repeat, she can't be a reflection of me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of bras in the game that she believes she's trying to teach you the game. You know what I'm saying? She believes she's trying to teach you the game at the end of the day. Here you have it. This is what I would consider, you know what I'm saying, a rookie hoe trying to coach the whole team that she just joined. You a rookie hoe trying to coach the whole team that you just joined? You still learning the ropes. You still learning the rules. You still learning the playbook. But you have that in the game. And she can't be a reflection of me if she's trying to tell me how the game works and how to run my program. From the trenches, top of it, let's add more people to the live. A lot of broads, they want to tell you how the game works. And see, the broads that try to tell you how the game works, it's because A lot of these dudes, they look at these bitches and they say, man, she look good. And she make money, so I'm not going to say too much. He not going to tell her, no, bitch, that's wrong. What you doing is all wrong. You look raggedy as hell. You need to take off what you got on because you look crazy. They're not going to tell her that because she's giving them some money and some pussy and some head. So he not going to tell her what she doing is wrong. He going to let a rookie hoe, a so-called hoe, a rookie prostitute try to coach him on a team she just joined. You know what I'm saying? So she can't be a reflection of me and she can't follow instructions. You know what I mean? She too solid to fold. What's up with it? Let's add people to the live. So in order for her to be a reflection of your pimping, she has to value what you value. And you can even use this in any walk of life. She got to value what you value. She don't value what you value, she'll never be a reflection of you. Like a lot of young ladies ask some shit like this. They might be like, why did your old bitch leave? Like, tell me why your old bitch leave and let me see what your bitches look like. Like, let me see how you treat them. Do you treat them well? Can I see a picture of them? Can I hear a phone call? You know, how many bitches do you have? She'll ask all these questions at the end of the day and pretty much interview you. That's not a young lady that wants to be a reflection of you. She believes that she's a supervisor. She's a supervising hoe trying to hire a pimp. And I'm here to tell you that she can't be a reflection of you if she believes that you could be her pimp, but she's your supervisor. I'm going to say it again. She can't be a reflection of you if she believes in her head, you know what I'm saying? I'm the whole supervisor. I'm the supervisor over the pimp, and he's my pimp, but I'm the supervisor. It don't work like that. A lot of these bitches have a supervisor's mentality. You know, they ask you all these questions, and she get to decide if she want to choose you or not. That's not how this shit works. And I'm here to tell you that she believes she's more important than you. There's so many people that, you know, it might not even be a lot of people. She's just accustomed she's accustomed to a few people wanting her money. So she believes that she's the motherfucking prize. A prize is something you got to win over. And I want a lot of individuals to stop calling these bitches they trophy, because a trophy is something you have to win to obtain. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, don't let that bitch call herself the trophy, because we not winning in order for her to choose. We're not trying to win her over for her to choose. She can't be a reflection of you if she's interviewing you. You know what I'm saying? So she has to value what you value, and she also has to put you first. That's another thing. If she don't put you first at the end of the day, how is she a reflection of you? A lot of individuals can't even say the bitch is a reflection of your ISZum. Why? Because she doesn't even know your instructions. Get to know my instructions and you'll get to know me better. If she hasn't learned your instructions, she can't be a reflection of you. You know what I'm saying? If she hasn't put you first, how is she a reflection of you? Because I put myself first every day. You know what I'm saying? I put myself first every day. You know what I'm saying? She ain't never made over 1K and she ain't never made over 1,000 in a day talking about a trophy. Exactly. You know what I mean? A lot of these broads, when they talk about trophy, they talk about being a trophy wife. You know what I mean? A stay-at-home wife, a stay-at-home mom. You know what I mean? I want the representation and lifestyle to be careful, man, because a lot of these broads, they have a slick way of saying, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. What's the point of selling all this pussy just to be a stay-at-home mom? You know what I'm saying? And if you're not a reflection of me at the end of the day, why even? And see, this is the thing too. I'm glad that I'm actually touching on this topic, because there's so many things that come to my mind, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she's a reflection of you truly, you don't have to repeat your instructions. If she was a reflection of you truly, she won't say things like, you don't know how I feel. Well, if you follow my instructions, I'll know exactly how you feel. Because you're a reflection of me. And you would say, you know what? I may feel this way, but this is what's best. That's the nigga prized possession. Exactly. When they call him trophies, it's because he look at her as the prized possession. Exactly. That is an absolute fact. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's a reflection of, and this is another thing. Every time a broad is acting out, you told her not to smoke cigarettes. She's smoking cigarettes. You told her not to drink. She's drinking. You told her not to talk to punks. She talked to punks. You told her not to post on Instagram. She posts on Instagram. You told her not to talk back. She talked back. You told her make a sufficient trap. She don't make a sufficient trap. You told her stay down. She tell you that she tired and she want to take it in. You know what I mean? You tell her not to get drunk on the blade nor off the blade. She get drunk on the blade and off the blade. You telling her all these things at the end of the day. And the reason why you're getting what Sinful would say is a reply instead of complying is because you have values at the end of the day that she doesn't value. You standing on your pimping at the end of the day. And let me say this too, because this is important, man. Just because you don't stand on what she believes is some pimping, because her definition of pimping might be, you sit up there and buy her smoke shop outfits and let her eat hot Cheetos and a couple noodles. You know what I mean? You let her smoke and drink on the blade and be belligerent. You know what I'm saying? That's her definition of you being some pimping. You know what I'm saying? But that's not your definition of some alt. That's not your definition of it. And a lot of times she's not a reflection of you because she already has an opinion made up of what some ism is. She already has formed her own thoughts on what some pimping is at the end of the day, and there's really nothing you can do about it. Her introduction is the reason for the lack of production. She already has formed an opinion on the lifestyle. So that's another reason why she's not being a reflection of you. You know what I'm saying? Another reason why she's not a reflection of you is because you're not being her boyfriend. That's why she's not being a reflection of you. You not being her boyfriend. So you are, you care about being, legendary status, and all she care about is making enough to cuddle with you. Making enough to get some dick. You know what I'm saying? She's not a reflection of you because, and this is important for people in the lifestyle to know, when she's not a reflection of you, she's going to cause you problems. She's going to give you problems. So a lot of representation in lifestyle you stressing out is because she's not a reflection of you. She's going to give you a lot of problems. You know what I mean? Because it's always going to be a gender battle. The battle of the sexes. Anytime you're dealing with a broad that's not a reflection of you, it's going to be the battle of the sexes. The power, the power struggle. It's always going to be a power struggle because, again, in her mind, things are supposed to go this way and you're supposed to conform. And the reality, when you're dealing with some authentic representation, the authentic representation, we believe this. You conform, you perform, and you don't get accustomed to the norm. I'm going to say it again. You conform, you perform, and you don't get accustomed to the norm. So she has to, the first thing I said was she has to what? Conform. She has to conform to your thoughts, your ideas, your instructions, your philosophy of the lifestyle. If she doesn't conform, she's not going to perform. If she doesn't perform, bitch, you a part of the norm. That's how they work around here. Yeah, and she's a part of the norm. A lot of young ladies, they're a reflection of their environment. That's another one. So she's a reflection of how she was brought up. She's a reflection of what she values. You know what I'm saying? She's a reflection of, you standing on principles, and we also have a reflection of environment. Sometimes when you keep a young lady in an environment so long, she starts to conform to those thoughts and ideas of that environment. If she's not a reflection of you, she's going to also conform to her environment. Some young ladies, they don't value you enough to conform to your philosophies on the lifestyle. Some young ladies, the way they was raised, the way she was raised is conflicting to your ideas of the lifestyle. And it would take way too much of your time trying to get this young lady to conform to your ideas and thoughts of the lifestyle. So the whole time with that young lady, you'll be breaking on her. The whole time. Just because she's been with you for a certain amount of time doesn't mean that she's going to be a reflection of you. You know what I'm saying? She can't be a reflection of you if she didn't choose you. I don't care how long she's been with you. There's a difference between a young lady breaking herself versus choosing you. There's a difference between a young lady choosing you versus paying your pippin. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand with a lot of young ladies. I understand what they go through. I understand. Just look at what all the distractions these young ladies have. And I'm not here to coddle or to crutch. I understand. I didn't say that it was acceptable. Shit. I didn't say it was acceptable. You know what I'm saying? You got niggas on the blade that's sticking their tongue out the window right when they see the bitch. You got dudes playing this on the blade. Hold on. And when she got on this, at the end of the day, look, it's hard to knock when you got dudes playing this on the beat. Look. Every chance I could, I sit on that dick, how she cried on that wood. I ain't never seen a bitch ride dick this good. Ride dick so good, she ride dick so good. Never seen a bitch ride dick this good. She a bad little bitch. It's hard to knock at the end of the day when you got dudes playing plies, ride dick so good. On the blade, up and down the blade playing that. How I'm gonna compete with that? I know niggas, hey man, you can't compete when you don't compare. You right. I can't compete and we don't compare. I'm not playing that on the B to knock. I'm not riding down the window, riding down the B, with my window down, sticking my tongue out at the bitch. Talk about, choose up, ho. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's hard for her to be a reflection of me when you sticking your tongue up her ass and not giving her no game, no information, no game. No, nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for her to be a reflection of me. You know what I'm saying? And this is another thing at the end of the day. A lot of bras try to make excuses for a lot of these dudes in this game. You know what I'm saying? I have to stay down with them. Like, I don't want to be out of pocket. I don't want to just leave him. That's messed up. You know what I'm saying? That's messed up. I can't just leave him high and dry. I got to stay down for a come up. Just because he broke don't mean he got to come up. You know what I mean? A lot of young ladies are a reflection of literally what they value. You don't care about no come up. So you found somebody that also don't care about no come up. And he literally, just because he care about a come up don't mean he care about evolving within the game. Just because he cares about a come up doesn't mean he wants to evolve within the game. That's a bar right there. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a come up. It's a lot of dudes that have slipped on a banana peel and came up on a hoe. You know what I'm saying? She can't be a reflection of me saying she got OBS. You know what I'm saying? We don't share the same religion. We don't share the same religion. Imagine walking up to Jesus saying, I want to be the only one. I could just see Jesus sitting there looking at her stupid. Him with the poker face expression, looking down at her with his white robe, looking at her crazy. Like, you didn't lost your motherfucking mind. I could see Jesus looking to the side, looking to the left, to the right, and then looking at her sideways. Excuse me? Thou shalt not be the only one. You know what I'm saying? Walking up to Jesus saying you want to be the only one. We don't share the same religion. That's why at the end of the day, she's not a reflection of me. You know what I'm saying? Jesus had 12 disciples, and you run around here talking about you want to be the only one. If you told Jesus you want to be the only one and he had 12 disciples, Jesus probably would have 11. You know what I mean? Jesus is my man. Nah, you don't want Jesus to be your man because he's blessing the other young ladies with the gospel. She can't be a reflection of me wanting to be the only one. She's a reflection of our biggest influence. If you listen to rap music, imp drill music, if you listen to that more than you listen to your folks, you're not a reflection of me. You're a reflection of the rappers you listen to. And yes, it is hard for a lot of these young ladies to be a reflection of you in 2025. You know what I'm saying? And I want you guys to understand this too. A lot of times she's not a reflection of you, but that young lady is a reflection of the lesson that you need to learn. She's a reflection of the lessons you need to learn. She was brought into your life, right? Because there's some things that you still need to learn. That doesn't mean the bitch is teaching you. It's not her job to teach you. It's your job to get the lesson from. It's your job to get the lesson for the next hoes. It's your job to get the lesson for the next hoes. It's not her job to teach you. It's your job to get the lesson. So you might be getting broads that you might, man, she remind me of this broad. She remind me of the last previous broads. She remind me of the last 4 bitches I had. Because the universe and the game is bringing the same broad to you for you to get the lesson. And the lessons that you may get may be different each time. But each time you learn those lessons, you'll evolve. That's what it looks like when you say evolving it within the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? But it's not her job at the end of the day to teach you. A lot of times the broads that you have is a reflection of the lessons you need to learn. And each time you'll learn a different lesson. And as long as you stay down within the lifestyle, stay down even after the come up and realize the lifestyle is not a come up, you'll eventually find a young lady that's a reflection of you. She can't be a reflection of you. She's not willing to be led. If she's not willing to be led, she can't be a reflection of you. Because you, as some authentic representation, you're a leader. You know what I'm saying? A lot of young ladies do a lot of things behind their folks' back. And I'm here to say, what's done in the light should shine bright. So you need to put a spotlight on that young lady. And when I say a spotlight at the end of the day, you need to highlight okay, let me make a mental note. You know what I'm saying? You need to realize that the game that you have, it doesn't need to go to broads that's not a reflection of you. Because you're wasting precious jewels, and you may be giving somebody jewels that may look at your jewels as what? Rocks. I've always said this on plenty of lives. You know what I'm saying? So what's done in the light should shine bright. Highlight those things. Make mental notes of the things that she's doing when she's not following your instructions. But also, make a mental note when she does right. But the reason why I said highlight the things when she doesn't follow your instructions, because you need to recognize that the signs she gives you This warning before destructions, the signs that she's giving you, she's letting you know I'm not a reflection of you. And when she's not a reflection of you, she's a reflection of something or someone else. And when she's a reflection of somebody else, that's a bitch you break on. 95% of the young ladies that are in the game that you run across, you're going to break on. And that's just me keeping it real. 95% you're going to break on, P. And this goes for all the authentic representation that's listening to this right now, that may listen to this later. 95% of the young ladies you run across, you're going to break on. All that, it take time sometimes for her to be a reflection of you. No. No. We're not going with that. Potential becomes promising when there's progress. Potential becomes promising when there's consistent progress. Consistent progress. If there is no consistent progress, there is no potential. And I want you guys to understand that. You know what I mean? And she can't be a reflection of me if she started hoeing because her boyfriend lost his job. So she started hoeing because he lost his job at the end of the day. No. I started pimping because it aligns with my spiritual beliefs. She's not a reflection of me. And this is another thing. This is another way to break it down too. Look at how a lot of young ladies leave within the lifestyle. How they leave to boyfriends and, hotel hustlers and part-time yimps and part-time gangsters and weekend warriors and weekend weedmen. You know what I'm saying? Look at how they leave. If she's causing problems to blow, she's no better than a girlfriend that started an argument so she can go out and cheat. She's not a reflection of me. I'm not going to cause problems in order for you to leave. It's called pimping accordingly. I'm not going to cause problems in order for you to leave. But if you're causing problems in order for me to fire you or causing problems because you want to blow, you no different than a girlfriend that starts an argument with her boyfriend so she can cheat. A lot of young ladies are not a reflection of the game. They're a reflection of their square feelings. Like, for example, a lot of individuals are trying to force feed game. And I've always said you can't give food for thought to somebody that wants a feast of foolishness. A lot of bras in the game are still a reflection of their square. And they're in the game to become a better square. For example, if she can only break on somebody that she deems cute, she hasn't been turned out. And if she hasn't been turned out, the turnout is she's not a reflection of you. Oh, I can only, he's not cute. I don't want to do with ugly old men. She's still thinking like a square. She's still behaving like a square. The reason why you haven't been prosperous within the game is because she's not a reflection of the game. You know what I'm saying? She's not a reflection of the game. All she care about is trapping, not the game. And I want all the authentic representation to know you may go through 100, you may go through 1,000, 2,000, you might go through 4,000 or 5,000 young ladies before you find a bitch that values what you value. And you have those in the game that'll say some shit like, well, at the end of the day, P, that's a reflection of you at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? If you dealing with this broad with all these problems, what does that say about you? I want y'all to not listen to these suckers at the end of the day. These niggas will find any way to hate on you. You know what I'm saying? They'll have anything you say. It's gonna be, they're pretty much hating. I mean, I don't know how to say it politically correct. Niggas gonna pretty much just hate. Even if you came up with the coldest philosophy, on why you do what you do and how you do what you do. Niggas gonna find a way to hate. You know what I'm saying? They gonna find a way to hate. So she's a reflection of you, P, at the end of the day. So what you telling me is everything she do, what she eat, makes me shit. That's what you telling me. She wants to feast the foolishness. What she ate didn't make me shit. What you saying to me is every bitch I get, I should fire. If she don't value what I value, fire her. And realistically, that's not what's really going on behind closed doors. Realistically, that's not how this shit really work. You know what I'm saying? A pimp ain't gonna never have a hoe. A pimp ain't never gonna have nothing to break on. A pimp ain't never gonna have nothing to pimp on. You know what I'm saying? She did this, P, fire her. That's not what's really going on. At times, it's best to break on her. And if you can't break her from a distance, let that bitch go. She was free to leave from the jump. You know what I'm saying? She was never held hostage. But my thing is, at the end of the day, you got to move accordingly. And you got to watch for these dudes, because when you authentic, everything you do is highlighted as well. They're going to look for a flaw because they can't believe that you're doing it the authentic way and still winning. They can't fathom, how the hell is he having this and that and he's doing it the right way and he's having more than me. I'm doing it from the hip and I'm still losing. I did all these things with my hip, man, and I'm still losing. They can't fathom that. So, of course, they're going to say, that's a reflection of you, P. Seem like your program a little low style. But this is the same motherfucker that turned around a sweater. You must have seen something you liked if you sweated her. You know what I'm saying? You seen something you liked if you sweated her. And a lot of these dudes, all he sees himself doing is bending the bitch over. You know what I mean? And this is another thing. It's hard for her to be a reflection of your game if she's high. You know what I mean? A lot of young ladies, you know, she can't truly be a reflection of you because she's not in the right mental space. She's not cognitive of her surroundings. She's not aware of where she is, who she should be. So it's going to be impossible for her to be a reflection of you. Remember what I said previously. A lot of these young ladies, they got their whole personality from social media. If she's getting her personality from social media, she's not going to be a reflection of you. If she's saying things like, clock it, or that's T. You know what I'm saying? Or we listen, but we don't judge. Check this out, bitch. The only person that's going to listen and not judge is some authentic representation of this lifestyle. That's the only motherfucker that's going to listen and not judge. Clock it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only person, you know, that you can. But she can't be a reflection of you at the end of the day if she don't want to pee. That's another thing, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of bras were meant to be broke on and not to be a reflection of you. So I'm trying to save a lot of individuals in the game. I'm excited. That's another one. Man, they got so many, man. They got so many. I know I'm missing some too. You know what I'm saying? It's a such and such for me. Are you what they say, you did that, or you clocked that or some shit. You know, all the sayings. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of some more sayings. It's going to come to me later. You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays, you got to talk to these bitches in memes. Their whole personality comes from social media. So it's hard to be a reflection of your folks if her whole personality came from social media. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to be a reflection of somebody that's pretending to be some folks. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. There's a lot of individuals pretending to be some folks. You know? And it's hard. And let me say this too, man, because it's giving. That's what it is right there. It's giving. Oh my God. That's another one. It's giving. You know, it's giving this. It's giving that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a mind of their own. She's not a reflection of you if she's using social media memes and social media quotes. She's not a reflection of you if she's using your philosophy against you. You know what I mean? My thing is this. A lot of them bitches say it's giving this. It's giving brokey. It's giving trick. It's giving that. It's giving that. Bitch, give me a trap. When's the last time you've given a goddamn trap? You know what I'm saying? You since you in a giving mood, you know what I mean? Give me a motherfucking trap. You know what I'm saying? And see, a lot of these bras, they're not going to be a reflection of you because their introduction was the reason for the lack of production. If she came from a nigga that, you know, filed a police report and sat up there and told the police to file Amber Alert because he sat up there and got knocked. Oh, yeah, man, we got to go to the police station, file a police report. Man, we got to make an Amber Alert. You know what I mean? Because this nigga Ambassador Ron and knocked me, man. You understand me? If she came from that, do you think that she's going to be a reflection of you right away? You know what I mean? It's giving you don't like me. That's another one. You don't like me for real. Oh, my gosh. I'm so tired of hearing bitches say you don't like me. You know what I mean? She's not a reflection of you if she's trying to manipulate you the same way she would do a trick. A lot of these bras are a reflection of these tricks. She's trying to buy dick. The trick is trying to buy pussy. She's a reflection of a trick. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why you got more squares breaking on T's than actual bitches that call themselves hoes. You got more squares, you know, am I going to be compensated? You got square. I've never experienced a time like now to where broads is literally trying to break on everybody. Everybody's a trick in their eyes. You know what I'm saying? And she can't be a reflection of you if you some authentic folks and she views you as a trick. If she views you as a trick, you know what I'm saying? If she look at you as a trick, buy me a flight. Show me you want me. That's another. Oh my God. You paying for the flight? I'm talking about bras that call themselves real stomp down hoes, telling authentic folks to buy them flights. In their mind, everybody's a trick. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There's nothing you can say to them. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely are in those times. We definitely are in those times. Buy me a flight. Show me you want me. You don't really want me. It's not I'm going to choose you. It's you don't really want me. You know what I'm saying? And this is another thing. Every broad in the game, majority of them in the game, have an understanding. Even if she didn't have any folks, it's something that they do understand. If they like you, they'll go the distance. But it's not just about like. You know, nowadays it's not just about liking you. And you might be like, okay, how could she be a reflection of you then, P? Let's talk about how did she get to the state of being a reflection of you? Well, it's going to consist of 3 major components. You know, the value thing is one thing. But I'm going to break down the value system according to society today. First, she has to, yes, she does have to like you. You know, maybe in the 90s and 80s, liking you was enough. Nowadays, she got to like you. She got to be sexually attracted to you. And she has to respect you. She has to like you, be sexually attracted to you, and respect you. The respect part is the part that's going to get you paid. Because if she respects you, she's going to respect your time. She's going to respect your space and your energy. That's the part that's going to get you paid. You know what I'm saying? But if it's only one component, because there's been broads that, you know, no, I don't want to pay no guy. Like, I'm doing my own thing. And you're like, oh, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like nowadays, gentlemen of leisure are bargaining and convincing, making deals and convincing. That's what it is nowadays. It's making deals and convincing. It's not them just choosing. They're not just choosing naturally. You know what I'm saying? It's propositions. Let me give her a proposition. Let me tell her at the end of the day that, you know what I mean, I'm going to buy her a car and her nails and all this other stuff is going to be done if she fuck with me. And that's square. See, a lot of these broads are a reflection of squares and tricks. And they lost and they not turned out. You know what I'm saying? So you might say, okay, if she has to like you, respect you, and be sexually attracted to you, you know, why is it that many in the gang are not respecting authentic folks? Because the sensations override the reflection. It's hard for her to be a reflection of you when she looks in the mirror and she's not proud of what she sees. Meaning she got self-esteem issues. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things she has to fix internally in order to be a reflection of you. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. See, a lot of individuals, they want the broad to be a reflection. And I see it all the time. I see P's all the time. P, I had her in the car and I'm talking about this game and I'm talking about standards and principles and all this other stuff. And here she is. She like, can I get a backwood? Can I get a shot before I get down? You know what I'm saying? One of the most important things you should establish with a young lady is what she values. And when a young lady show you who she is, believe her. You never get a second chance at a first impression. When she show you at the end of the day she don't give a damn about the game that you popping, believe her. Believe her, and you can leave her, or you can break on that bitch. Or you can believe her or leave her. You know what I'm saying? You could be a believer. Okay, this is who you are. This is what it is. This is not the era of young ladies changing. It's a rarity that they do change. And I'm going to tell all the young pimps and even the ones that, you know, are older that are doing it the authentic way, you wasting your time preaching to her. All that, if I can just get her to understand this and I can just get her to understand that, she don't want to hear that shit. That's a bitch you break on. Until you had enough, until you can't handle it no more, that's the one you break on. Bottom line. Stop popping your philosophy and stressing yourself out. It's like, nah, baby, that's not how the game works. It's supposed to go like this. Nah, I can't bend my principles, man. You not bending your principles. That's not a bitch that chose you. She didn't choose you. She's just not operating underneath your principles. She's not operating underneath your program. She's running her own, what she would call program, but she paying you. She's paying you to get to the next bitch. And if it becomes too much for you, cut that bitch off. But believe her when she shows you who she is. Because it's only get worse. And then you're going to find yourself stressed out, annoyed. And sometimes that bitch that's not a reflection of you can hold you back and stop you from knocking the bitch that really belong in this game, that really should be rocking with you. Sometimes don't let it be said that that bitch that's not a reflection of you is blocking your blessings. And many times that is the case. How many times have you been in a situation where you got rid of a bitch and then right after you knocked just like that? The game was willing to bless you. It was waiting for you to be a blessing to yourself. I'm speaking to myself. You know what I'm saying? And see, this is why I enjoy these lives, man. But again, like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I have way more lives coming soon. I'm glad I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I know it's been much, much waited, much anticipated. And y'all been listening to a lot of other lives, and you know what I mean? All the other lives been good. The ones that I did in the past been good. You know what I'm saying? But I know it's only so many times you can re-listen to the same live. You know what I mean? So I appreciate those that have been patient. This will be uploaded on YouTube soon. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach me at ambassador_Ron 2.0. If you don't have Instagram, you can reach me at, what's this right here? ambassadorofgame@gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? I'm still open for consultation for those that want consultation. You know what I mean? And when I say consultation, man, see, a lot of people, they want consultation, but then they just sit up there and they talk. And I'm like, hey, brother, I'm trying to give you some game. But I've learned that it's best sometimes to ask the question, are you looking for a listening ear or are you looking for advice? Or a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? And needless to say, I do appreciate the consultations. And I hope everybody's having a marvelous summer, man. This is the best time to go outside and knock some game. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Just realize every bitch is not a reflection of you, man. Once you keep that in mind, you know what I'm saying, you won't stress out as much because you'll understand that this young lady might just be a lesson. The lesson for the next hoes. You know what I mean? She's a lesson for me to deal with the next hoes I get so I can be sharper for the next young ladies. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, peace and blessings to everybody who listen to the live. We out. Gone.